Excuse me. Come on, lady, don't be rude.
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
Let's not play games now.
I'm not the one playing games, Detective. I know you've been following me, and I'm pretty sure I know who hired you. All that's left to ask is why.
You want to know why? Why don't you ask the man who called me?
I'd much rather hear it from you.
Well, since I'm most likely going to lose this case on account of you and your shrewd ways.
Rather your inadequate techniques, Detective. I mean, trailing me around the ladies' wear department isn't exactly naturalistic behavior for a gentleman like yourself now, is it?
I suppose not. If I'm being honest here, miss, I felt pretty sleazy chasing a woman around town when it's crystal clear her husband is the one who should be being chased.
Yes, well, Bill is not a nice man. I suppose I always knew that, but I was young and he was rich, promised to take care of me, and I thought he could probably do a better job of that than I was doing. I got it all wrong. Bill doesn't want a wife. He wants a subservient lapdog. Someone to do whatever he says, whenever he says it.
Give you a hard time, does he?
Hard time. Bill is a very persuasive man when it comes to me and my wifely duties.
Now why would he pay a man like me a substantial amount of cash if he didn't care even one tiny bit?
I don't expect you to understand. To men, women are possessions. I've been married to that disgusting, foul-mouthed pig for 11 years. 11 horrible and soul-destroying years. He took away my youth and freedom and locked me away in a gilded cage for his own amusement, like I was a tropical bird or a rare breed of dog.
I don't envy your lot, lady.
I don't suppose you would.
How about you try talking to the guy?
He never listens. Besides, it's gone way too far for that now. I don't want him to change. I don't want him at all. 11 years I've been waiting to meet a man like the detective. I noticed the way he glanced at my body and my lips. I saw the lust in his eyes, and when a man has lust in his eyes, a girl knows he's ripe for the picking. Some might say I was a cruel woman. I mean, what kind of woman wants to murder her husband? Yes, murder. I give it 2 days before that detective and I happen to cross paths again. Maybe I'll ply him with a few whiskeys and a few glances at the prize he stands to win if he plays my game. Me. He'd be a fool to refuse. It's a man's game, killing. Man kills man, always has done, always will do. All he needs is a little kick off the starting post.
Well, well, well. What have we here?
I was just passing and remembered our little chat the other day. Couldn't help but drop in and see how you are.
I never knew you cared.
I guess I was just glad that you seem like a nice kind of fella, instead of the thug I was expecting.
Yeah, I know the type. But in my line of work, it's not the size of your fists that are gonna help get you the answer.
I suppose you gotta be smart.
Is that a compliment I hear?
Not when you consider that my opinions of your detective skills aren't so flattering.
So what are you really doing here?
I told you. I came to see how you were. And to ask whether you were going to tell my husband about our little chat the other day.
Not if you don't want me to.
I think if Bill even found out I'd spoken to you, he'd...
What?
Don't worry. I should be going.
No, wait a few minutes. What were you gonna say?
Come on, you've met Bill, haven't you?
Yeah? Are you telling me he hits you?
I hate to tell you, most men in this world are exactly like Bill. A woman's fair game. She bugs you, slap her in the mouth. She gets home a little late, punch her in the jaw. She talks to another man, knock her to the floor. It's natural progression.
If I had a woman like you, I'd never be angry.
That's very sweet of you to say, Detective Malone.
Please. Call me Paul.
We sat and talked for hours about his job, about my life, but mostly about me and Bill. Maybe I exaggerated slightly, but most of what I told the detective that day was true. But he's still a bad man, and bad men aren't missed. People are glad when bad men die. I had started to get the detective to agree.
Something you said in the park the other day stuck in my head. You said it had gone too far, and that you didn't want your husband anymore. Are you planning on leaving him?
Not exactly, no. You see, Bill would never let me just leave him. Too much of a dent in his male pride. If I may say, Mr. Malone, I haven't been completely honest with you about why I came here. I had another reason for wanting to see you.
Please, call me Paul.
Truthfully, I've been thinking a lot about you since the other day. You seem so kind. I can see it in your eyes, the way you look at me. Not like I'm a possession or a dumb broad, but like I'm a human being. You're not like the others.
What are you doing?
What's the matter? Don't you want me?
A man'd be crazy to not want you.
Then have me. Take me away from it all.
I want to. I will.
But what about my husband?
That man doesn't deserve a wife. He deserves a beating.
Oh, this is all too awful. I can never escape Bill. He'll never let me go. Ever.
Even if we left the country?
He's a very powerful man. Wherever we go, he'd find us. He never stopped chasing us. There's only one way out.
You're crazy.
Maybe I am. But love does crazy things to a woman. Don't make me go back to him, please. Don't ever make me go back to him.
Don't you worry about anything. We'll find a way. We'll work it out. I'll do whatever it takes to save you.
Oh, Paul. What the hell are you doing here?
I lost my head back there. This is crazy.
Don't you dare tell me you didn't do it.
Now see here. Killing a fella isn't that easy. He turned around. He saw me. I had to fake some story about needing some more details for the firm.
What the hell is the matter with you? I set it up for you. It was so easy, an idiot could have done it. I knew I couldn't trust you. You don't have what it takes. You're all washed up.
Now you listen to me. I was out there doing the dirty work, and it was very dirty work. And what were you doing? Enjoying a few whiskeys by the looks of things.
Just go. I'll wait half an hour and then meet you under the bridge.
I don't know about this anymore. How are we gonna get away with this?
Easily. If you'd done the simple task I had set for you. He was alone. He was drunk. The pistol's in his office.
How can you be so sure?
I took care of everything just like I said I would. There's no trace. If you'd done exactly as I told you, they'll just think the drunk oaf got into a scrap he couldn't handle. Or maybe they'll find the psychiatrist's note I put in his desk, think he ended it himself. I can testify. His mood swings, his furious rages, and blackening depression.
Really? Because there's no going back now. If we do this, it can't be undone. The blood can't be unspilled. The fella's gonna die. Your husband. Can't you just divorce the guy? I've got a few dollars saved away.
I wanted it all to be perfect. Me and you.
It still can be. We just have to do it by the book.
Just go.
What?
You heard me. Go. Leave me alone.
Don't push me away, baby. I love you.
The United States Savings Bonds Division presents Guest Star.
Hello, darling. How's your day been?
I don't want to talk about my day.
Great day.
My day was foul.
Frank
Oh, good evening, Marilyn, my beautiful wife. How has your day been?
Don't start with me, woman.
When you're down and out, lift up your head and shout.
Perhaps you'd like a
There's
drink.
gonna be a great day. Angels in the sky promise that by and by there's gonna be a great day. Gabriel will warn you some early morn. You will hear his horn. Rudy tootin', it's not far away. Hold up your hands and say, there's go- Gabriel will warn you some early morn. You will hear his horn. Rudy tootin', it's not far away. Hold up your hands and say, gonna be a great day. Frank, that was swell. But you needn't think that you can get by with just one song. No, sirree. What's your next one? Every once in a while, along comes a song that makes you feel sort of humble in its presence. Just such a song is one written by Rodgers and Hammerstein for the distinguished production Carousel. You'll Never Walk Alone. When you walk through the storm, keep your chin up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a
It's over. Finally, it's all over. For years I've dreamt of this moment of freedom. I know it came at a cost, but a life for a life seems fair to me. I know people will probably think I'm cruel, heartless, sadistic for even imagining letting another go to jail for what I did, especially another like Paul Malone. He loved me so, his fatal flaw, his undoing. To love a woman like me is to love an unlovable thing. It's only going to end in tears, heartache, and regret. Now as I walk away from this with everything I could ever want, I look back and can only thank one man, Detective Paul Malone, for sacrificing his freedom to give me mine.